Like the standard M16, the magazine release on this gun is not ambidextrous. It's featured right here, only on the right side of the gun. Simply push in, the magazine comes out. This gun, because it is supposed to be a sharpshooter variant, comes with a Vietnam, what would be a 20 round style magazine. Fortunately, this is a high capacity magazine, and though it doesn't have the capacity of larger 30 round style banana magazines for the M16, it does hold around 200 to 250 rounds. The magazine is decent. They're slightly harder to find than regular M16 mags. This gun looks a little funny with a regular M16 magazine in our opinion. Some may like it, but we think it really adds to the overall realism of the gun to use these specialized 20 round magazines. The rear of the gun is actually one of the weakest parts, though the forward assist looks good and can actually be operated by pushing it in. We would not recommend pulling it out or you might threaten to break it. One of the worst parts of this whole gun, and one of the reasons we really think that this gun is as inexpensive as it is this stock. It's made of thin, cheap plastic that feels very hollow and is instantly recognizable as being low quality. In addition, the sling mount on the back feels flimsy, and you really don't believe Dboys' claim that you can use a 1-point sling that they include in the box with this gun. On that subject, the 1-point sling is designed to be used with the other side of the AEG right here, but this is a very thin piece of cheap metal that's sort of mounted into the stock here, and we would not suggest using a 1-point sling with this gun because we feel that it would probably snap off. The back and the battery compartment of the gun, pretty standard M16 AEG. You're just going to push down the toggle and a door will open. Unlike the JG models, in which this is a metal operation, this is all plastic here. The back of this is sort of a meat tenderizer finish, but it is very cheap plastic, and we're not a huge fan of the way this looks or the way this feels. Overall, this gun starts out really nice in the front, but sort of fades as you get to the back. Disassembling the Mk12 is a simple but not toolless affair, unlike the popular JG style of just having the pins pop directly out of the receiver. You actually need to use the included Allen key to remove 2 small screws, one from here and one from there. Once you do, you can just take the Allen key and start popping the pins out there. And once you get those pins out, there's one, and here's the second one. You can just simply take the top and the bottom receiver, slide them apart, and you've put the AEG into its 2 component pieces here. Make sure not to lose these screws or these pins, as they are integral into the internal workings of the gun. Now, unfortunately, one of the things you noticed first when you open up the AEG is that there's an abundance of nasty Chinese gear grease here. It's actually coming out of the ported cylinder on our model there. We left it here just for demonstration purposes, but it's one of the first things you'd want to get rid of. You can see the spring right there, and you can look down and see the magazine well. There's the air nozzle. It's also incredibly greasy with this disgusting green grease that you'd want to get rid of if you knew what you were doing with a gearbox. Right here, we can also see the metal hop-up, which is good. Metal hop-ups are more durable than their plastic counterparts. And once the gun's apart, this is really, you're about ready to either go deeper into the gearbox or just give it a visual check, a once-over, and make sure that everything's working okay. And once you want to put it back together, you're basically just going to follow the same steps in reverse order. Take the top and the bottom. It actually works best if you slide it on. Just slide them together right here like this. Sometimes the ejector is going to want to flip out. And you slide them back together like so, making sure that they're entirely together. You would just slide the pins back in, replace the Allen screws, and you're good to go. Alright, installing the battery on this gun is fairly easy. You're just going to flip down the tab to open the door on the back of the battery compartment right here. Once it's open, get the wiring out. Then you'll take your battery, insert it down into the battery compartment. There's plenty of space in this gun. It shouldn't be an issue. Then you're going to take your large type Tamiya connector, line it up, and just plug it in. This is a good time to point out that the wire in this gun is not great. Probably one of the reasons it's as cheap as it is. And there's also no fuse in between the battery and the gearbox, which is sort of a disappointment. Then once your plugs are together, you're just going to sort of push them down there into the compartment. There should be plenty of room. Take the trap door, push it up until you hear it click, and you're done. Alright, in conclusion, this is a powerful, accurate, sort of unique twist on the standard M16 AEG that could be good for bridging the gap between a sniper and a regular rifleman. Just for example, we've mounted a few accessories that you can find for almost any M16 right here. This is a Blackhawk cheek rest. This is actually made by Blackhawk, which is an actual firearms company, but it works great and allows me to use my high-profile mounted Powerline scope. This is only 3 to 9 times magnification. I really don't go much above 4 for most airsoft type situations. This is a UTG flashlight. We just have it on there for night games. Also, it looks good because the black matches. Also, we have the specialized contour grip that comes with this gun and the M3 bipod. So overall, this is a really cool AEG. The price is right at about $160 from Airsoft GI. And so we would wholeheartedly recommend this gun for somebody who's looking to be not really a sniper working a bolt action or anything like that, but somebody who's got a little bit more reach than a rifleman, as you could drop in some serious high-end parts in this thing, and with that long barrel, have a fearsome long-range opponent on your hands. This has been the Airsoft Post Review. Thanks for watching.